Just recently, Chelsea have broken their anti-record, conceding 6 goals at Manchester City's Etihad Stadium. The citizens were ruthless to the Blues. Maurizio Sarri could not oppose the well-organized Guardiola's machine. All of a sudden we thought that the Premier League Big Six formed only after the 2010. So were there other matches in this period of time in which the top teams of England were subjected to such humiliation as Chelsea? Spoiler alert, there were quite a few. Subscribe to Football Geeks and we will tell you about top 10 most humiliating defeats of the Premier League Big Six. Let's kick off! Number 10. 2016 match of Chelsea against Manchester United. The final score 4-0. The main match of the 9th week was one of the best performances of Antonio Conte in his first winning season. The Blues started the game at an incredibly high speeds and set the pace for Manchester United that Mourinho's players were not able to cope with. Having missed from Pedro in the very first minute, Man United did not find the strength to get back in the game. This match is also remembered by the solo goal of N'Golo Kante, as well as the mysterious Mourinho's whispering to Antonio Conte's ear. It was rumored that Jose just warned Antonio, "Keep calm, buddy, they will fire you in 2 seasons." Number 9. Tottenham against Liverpool in 2011. Final score 4-0. In this match, the Reds were let down by the incontinence of their own players. Charlie Adam and Skrtel were sent off due to rough tackles. Without any sympathy, the Spurs had no mercy towards their guests, while the first goal by Luka Modric can easily top any long kick hit parade. Liverpool finished 8th in that season. Number 8. Liverpool 5, Arsenal 1. This match began rather productively for Liverpool's tall centre-back Martin Skrtel. Martin scored in the very first minute and then hit a double in the 10th minute. As a result, Arsenal was crushed 5-1, as the Liverpool's team was allowed to do everything they wanted. Number 7. 1-5 in the match of Tottenham against Manchester City in 2011. The Harry Redknapp's team was extremely unlucky with the calendar at the start of the 2011-2012 season. In the first 5 weeks, the Spurs held games against Everton, Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool and Wolverhampton. Having no time to recover after 3 conceded goals from Man United, Tottenham hosted the citizens. On the 34th minute, Edin Dzeko was so bored with the nils on the scoreboard that he decided to put the game away by himself. By the 60th minute, the score was 0-4, while all the goals were netted solely by Dzeko. Number 6. The 2017 game between Manchester City and Liverpool. Final score 5-0. In the central match of the 4th week of the Premier League, Manchester City pleased their fans with the crushing defeat of the guests from Liverpool. In the middle of the first half, with a minimum scoring margin, Man City gained a numerical advantage thanks to the red card shown to Sadio Mane. After that, the doubles were hit by Gabriel Jesus and the substitute Leroy Sané. In the end, the citizens brought the game to complete humiliation. The result? 5-0. Number 5. Manchester United 1, Manchester City 6. In 2011, Manchester City were making strong attempts to claim the status of emerging top club, but they were extremely far from the level of the current gang of Pep Guardiola. Nevertheless, both Manchester clubs approached the match of the 9th week as Premier League leaders. This fact increased the pre-match pressure, but the intrigue lived only the first 47 minutes, as the Man United's defender was sent off the pitch for a professional foul. After that, the citizens netted another 5 goals in the gate of young David De Gea. Interestingly, the 4th, the 5th and the 6th goals of the City were scored at the 89th, 91st and 93rd minutes respectively. Number 4. Manchester City against Tottenham in 2013. The final score 6-0. During the 12th week of the 2013-2014 season, Manchester City decimated the defense of Tottenham Hotspur. The first goal was scored in the first minute after Hugo Lloris did a careless mistake. He accidentally passed the ball to Sergio Aguero. It is noteworthy that prior to this match, the Spurs were considered to have the most reliable defense lines in the league. During the first 11 rounds, the Villa-Boas's team conceded only 6 goals, while the same number was netted by Man City in only 1 match. Number 3. The match of 2014. Chelsea 6, Arsenal 0. This match was remarkable not only because the leaders of the Premier League were to play. It was also notable for the fact that Arsène Wenger led the Thousand Gunners game as the head coach. But the anniversary did not go according to the plan. The Blues started the game with extreme pressure, which gave an instant response, 2-0 by the 7th minute of the match. The foolish red card by Kieran Gibbs in the 15th minute just removed any hopes from Gunners fans. Interestingly, the 6th Chelsea goal was scored by the young Mohamed Salah. Number 2. The most humiliating match of 2019 so far. Manchester City against Chelsea, 6-0. And finally, here are the teams that have inspired football geeks to dig the statistics and create this episode. Obviously, Sarri Ball was completely failed, while the performance of Chelsea defenders has only contributed to the scoring spectacle of Manchester City players. As a result, we have 0-0 in the match, where the Blues could concede even more from Guardiola's attacking trio. Number 1. The match from 2011. Manchester United-Arsenal, 8-2. Due to injuries and red cards at the start of the 2011-2012 season, Arsène Wenger was forced to field a few inexperienced players in the line of defense. Sir Alex Ferguson's players achieved a hockey score largely due to an inspired game of Wayne Rooney, who hit a hat-trick in that match. After the first 3 rounds, Arsenal were left with only 1 point. And yet, let us give us Wenger his dues. During the post-match interview, he rejected the idea of resignation and stated that it was too early to write his team off. Despite all the difficulties, the Gunners were able to gain momentum and finish 3rd in that Premier League drawing. So how did you like this episode? Were you impressed with the scores? Tell us which match is the most humiliating in your opinion. You've been watching Football Geeks. Subscribe to our channel and we'll see you soon.